Hi, this is Ruth Theresa with One Inspiring Woman, and today I'm answering a Dear Ruth Theresa question. That's right. That's right. Today I'm answering a Dear Ruth Theresa question of what should I do or not do on a ghost tour? That's a great question because we've got all these great ghost tours coming up. And one of the things that's really important is kind of knowing the group that you're going with and kind of like read all about them on the website, kind of like talk to other people or look at their reviews that have been on that ghost tour, and kind of really deciding if they're the right group for you to go with is really kind of number one of kind of where are they going, what are they going to show us, what stories are they telling us, that sort of thing. So you kind of have a little bit of insight, so it's not all like, oh my gosh, I didn't expect this. And a kind of a side note is make sure that you wear like closed-toe shoes. That's kind of one of my secrets. I love wearing flip-flops. I hate closed-toe shoes. But on a ghost tour, they can be best because you never know what kind of things you're going to be walking through. If you're going up and down stairs or dealing with a big group of people, that might be better to kind of use closed-toe shoes. So that's kind of my hint number one. My second thing is really think about what you're going to do if you get to see a ghost. That's kind of the fun part. So kind of really think about that of what am I going to do if I were to see a live ghost? Kind of like if I see a full apparition, full body, part body, whatever it is, if I see something, how am I going to react to this? And that can kind of give you a little bit of insight. Yes, your heart is going to be pounding and racing and kind of like, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? But I will tell you that 9 times out of 10, a ghost isn't going to do anything to hurt you. All they want to do is connect to you. So that's kind of like the interesting part is don't freak out about it and kind of like be open to their communication with you. This can be a little, like I said, a little overwhelming, but also the fun part of kind of like, what do you feel, what do you get from that ghost, kind of opening up to that energy. And so the first part of that is literally don't freak out, because if you are jumping all over the place at the first sign of any movement in the room or freaking out of like, oh my gosh, someone heard something, then you're kind of like, that ghost is like, I don't want to deal with these people, they're freaking me out, kind of thing. And so it's kind of one of those things to really be open about it and kind of make sure you have your brave face on and kind of be prepared, so in case you connect with a ghost. And one of the things that I will tell people when you're connecting to a ghost is really opening up your energy to them. We want them to tell us about their life. And so it's just kind of like meeting a new person. You're not going to go walk up to them and go, hey, tell me about the day you died. No. Ask them what their name is. It may take a little bit for you to be able to kind of communicate with them, or kind of like, tell me about you and kind of what are you sensing or feeling or kind of picking up on around you in energy. That can be number one. Make sure that you're also very calm and respectful. I guarantee you there's no guarantee that they're going to communicate or respond to you in any way, but it's always worth a try. So make sure that you are calm and ready to get that. Next, I will say, take pictures. And one of the things I found out from a friend of mine I've gone ghost hunting with a few times with is put your phone on airplane mode. Do not turn on the flash at all. Just turn it on airplane mode. And even if it's in a dark area, a lot of our phones nowadays, even our cameras, are really great about highlighting the light that's already in the room. So you may be able to pick up something without having on a whole lot of light in the room. If there's not, what I would suggest is point like a flashlight somewhere else, not in the corner where you're feeling the movement or the motion or anything like that. Point it in another room, so it just another area, so it just kind of lights up that area, but it's not directly at the ghost or anything like that, because it can kind of scare them off as well. Like I said, don't use a flash. Make sure that you are holding the camera as still as you possibly can. When you are in a low light situation, the more you can hold that camera still, the better off you're going to be on, is because otherwise it becomes a little blurry. So be careful with that as well. Number 3 is you can also have a video recorder, so you can just like video everything in the room, nice and slow. And when you do, you want to just kind of do it really, really slow. Just kind of stand in one place and just like slowly move your camera a little bit at a time. And if you feel motion in an area, then hold it in that area for a period of time. That can also get you some great movement and some great sound as well, which can turn out to be great evidence. The next one is you can also do some audio. When you are connecting to a ghost, ask them questions. And kind of like a electronic voice phenomena or an EVP, is ask them questions. And like I said, it's kind of opening up to someone new. So ask them, what's your name? Where were you born? What year were you born in? Kind of what did you do for a living? That sort of thing. So that can be a really fun one to kind of open up that energy a little bit at a time of what did you do for a living? You know, that sort of thing, kind of like, okay, what were you doing? If you're contacting someone who was in the military, ask them what their job description was or where they were stationed. A lot of times that can really help you narrow down the search if you're trying to find the person as well. So really kind of opening up to that part of it can be a great one. When you talk to them, make sure that you give them plenty of time for them to answer, like a minute or so. So you would say like, okay, ghost, what is your first name? And then be silent for a minute. And then what's your last name? Be silent for a minute. So you want to do it very, very slow so they have plenty of time to kind of put that information in there. I will say kind of the next one is kind of number 4 is kind of like calling in other people. When you are kind of being calm about things and you bring in other people, they can just be a witness to what you've seen or heard or connected to. Don't freak out, like I said, but calling someone in like, hey, can you just walk in this room with me? I'm feeling energy over here in this area and I'm picking this up. And so they can also help by filming you and that corner as well, or kind of like what energy is coming out there. And that can really do a great wonders for kind of like documenting what the experiences have been. And that's really number 5, is you really want to document it as much as you possibly can. There are so many different types of meters and ghost boxes and all that kind of stuff that people use. Now, I personally don't use any of them. I usually just document it with my camera phone or my camera on my phone of recording what I've picked up on and what's there and available. So that's kind of the best part for me, is kind of like getting that energy to kind of connect with me, kind of communicate with me, and really kind of opening up that space for what's about to happen, of kind of becoming new friends with someone. That's kind of like the interesting part about it. I will say the last part is one of the interesting things is kind of like my side hint is always wear closed-toe shoes on ghost hunts. Learn this one the wrong way. A lot of times when you're going on ghost hunts, you may be going up or down stairs, and some of the places are older facilities. Sometimes they don't always have railing. Sometimes the steps can be like different sizes. And so if you are going on a ghost hunt, make sure you wear closed-toe shoes, but make sure that you are very comfortable, because you're usually going to be standing, walking, or talking quite a lot on a ghost tour. So that can be a really fun thing for most people, of kind of like, where is this going? What's the information that's coming through? And connecting it to the ghost is the best part. Let me know how you do on that one. So let's do some angel cards and see if our angels have any more insight into connecting to ghost on the other side. This one is literally calling my attention so much right here. This one is Saturn, and this is all about the structure of it. If you kind of start out with a good structure of how you're going to document things, how you're going to react when the ghost comes in, that can really help you from the beginning as you kind of work through the information. Make sure that you have a structure to connect to their energy and a structure to disconnect from their energy, as I would probably say the most ones. The other ones are always like fun to do and kind of document, but it's up to you. The next one is Scorpio, and this is all about investigating. This can be the really fun part, to kind of do those investigations. What do you pick up on? What can you verify? What can you not verify? I usually have a team with me, and when I connect with the ghost, their job is to figure out who I'm connecting to and how accurate I am, and that can be really fun as well. And kind of finding out the information about the ghost can be cool too. This is Midhaven, and this is the Pinnacle. The Pinnacle is literally communicating with the ghost, is getting them to tell you about their life, getting them to tell you about what's going on around you. Can be a great way to kind of just like, wow, that's the important part, is to really have their energy open to you, so you can keep asking them more and more questions and get more and more information from them. The next one is Pisces and sensitive. A lot of times we are really sensitive when we're on a ghost hunt, and we should be. Our energy should be open. We should be sensitive to what we're feeling and sensing and hearing. All of those senses should be like wide open. What are we picking up on? But I guarantee you the best part of that is make sure that you have a place to close it all off and clear off any of that energy that you've picked up on. That's number one, definitely. Mars is all about motion. Going on a ghost hunt can be something that can be so much fun, so much energy going on, and it really kind of gives you a chance to connect with other people. Now, I will tell you that kind of one of the secrets that I found is a lot of times people like doing ghost tours at night because it kind of makes it a little bit more scary. But the ghosts are usually there 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year. You don't have to go at night if you don't want to. You could go there during the day. You could go to a cemetery during the daytime, and not necessarily going to a cemetery at night when you could fall down or get hurt or something like that. So make sure that you are connecting with your ghost and disconnecting with your ghost. I thank you so much for joining me today, and I know that we'll be talking again soon.